Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Anna Manuel. While it still feels like fall, it is Winter Preparedness Week. Tonight, our Sonia Ellison shares a list of things that you should have on hand in the car in case of a winter emergency.
I'm at the State Department of Transportation Steuben County office right outside of Kenona. Every year, these salt sheds hold thousands of tons of salt to help keep the roads clear in Steuben County. This is the State Winter Preparedness Week, and we've got a few tips to help you make sure your vehicle is winter ready.
All the necessities, for sure.
Steuben County Public Health has a list of items that can be essential lifelines when the weather gets rough. A flashlight for when you're stranded in the dark is vital.
Jumper cables.
Jumpers can get you out of the cold with a boost from someone with a working battery. An ice scraper so you don't get your sleeves or hands wet using your hand or credit card to clear frozen windows. A charged phone and charger is a necessity. For extra security, you can buy a remote power pack for $20 to power or charge your phone.
Aluminum foil blankets, those work really good to keep the heat in.
Warm cloth blankets are also a must, along with
Boots, coats, hats.
Necessities are easy to remember. It's the things that you don't necessarily need all the time.
a first aid kit is essential because injuries can happen anytime. Another often forgotten essential?
Water.
Extra water in the car is key.
It's nice to have a little shovel, short-handled shovel in your car. About sand, bring a bag of sand, kitty litter.
Snow tires are also a worthwhile winter investment.
Gas and fuel. Always keep your car full of fuel.
A reminder about driving in the snow: do not speed and do not slam on the brakes. Since serious snow has yet to hit Steuben County, now is the time to make sure your vehicle is as winter ready as possible.
It'll be here before you know it.
Sonia Ellison, Big Fox News, Corning.
The Yates County Highway Department wants drivers to know about an upcoming road closure. Part of Himrod Road, County Route 1, will be closed in the town of Milo through November 14th. The closure will start at the railroad crossing in Himrod, east of the overpass near Harrison Road, between house number 3577 and house number 3580. The Highway Department says drivers can reach house number 3577 from the north and house number 3580 from the south. No through traffic will be allowed on this closed portion of the road. Detours are posted using Norris and Hatmaker roads. Comic-Con comes to the Twin Tiers this weekend. The two-day annual convention hosts fans of cosplay, memorabilia industry professionals, games, and even more pop culture fun. It will be at the Arnott Mall Event Center from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday, November 11th, and from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday the 12th. Twin Tiers Comic-Con invites those of all ages to dress up as their favorite characters, to attend panels, meet celebrities, do photo ops, play games, and shop vendor booths. Those 12 and over can enter a costume contest with a cash prize for best costume. Tickets are required for Twin Tiers Comic-Con. Single-day tickets are $20 in advance. Two-day tickets, $25 in advance. Guests 14 and under can enter for free with a paid adult. And veterans and active duty military get free entry with military ID. Elmira College scored a first in school history this weekend. The Soaring Eagles men's soccer team won the Empire 8 title for the first time, securing a spot in the Division III tournament. They'll take on Montclair State in the first round this Saturday evening. A big congrats on the division title and good luck this weekend. With the clocks getting turned back this weekend, the Red Cross is encouraging you to check your smoke alarms if you haven't already. Smoke alarms should be tested once a month, while checking if new batteries are needed. That should be done once or twice a year. It's recommended that batteries should be switched every 6 months. Smoke alarms should be on every floor of the house, including the inside and outside of bedrooms. Smoke alarms over 10 years old are obsolete and should be replaced. Southern Tier residents in need of a detector or installation can request a free smoke detector by calling the Corning Red Cross office at 607-936-3766 or going to the Red Cross's website. Israeli troops are expected to enter Gaza soon, beginning a street-by-street fight with militants. Trey Yingst has more from the Israel-Gaza border.
The Israeli military says the war against Hamas has now entered a, quote, significant stage. The IDF tightening its siege of Gaza City ahead of a new offensive expected Monday or Tuesday, with casualties likely to climb on both sides. And now northern Gaza has been cut off from the south as airstrikes intensify. Though officials here say a one-way corridor for civilians to leave the north remains open for now.
While Israel is doing everything in its power to get the civilians out of harm's way, Hamas is doing everything in its power to keep them in harm's way, sometimes at gunpoint. So we will act.
The military activity ramps up as diplomatic efforts appear to be stalled. Secretary of State Antony Blinken finishing his Mideast trip with a visit to Turkey on Monday. He wasn't able to report any concrete progress, but says he'll keep working toward a humanitarian pause in the fighting to get foreign civilians and hostages out.
Every country I talk to is looking for us to play a leading role with our diplomacy to try to make progress on all of these different aspects of the crisis.
Another main focus, trying to stop the fighting from expanding into a broader Mideast war. Iranian proxies continue targeting Israeli and U.S. forces in the region. And on Monday, Tehran issued a new warning.
There is a serious likelihood for the expansion of war in the region. We have communicated this message with the Americans.
The Israeli military says at least 30 of their soldiers have been killed since the ground offensive kicked off last week. Along the Israel-Gaza border, Trey Yingst, Fox News.
Providing care for older loved ones might be taking a financial toll on some adults. A new report by the University of Pennsylvania School of Nursing and the TIAA Institute says 1 in 5 adults are providing uncompensated care to their aging family members who are dealing with health issues. This is leading to caregivers facing financial challenges. The report says on average, caregivers are spending more than $7,000 a year to provide transportation, housing, and health care, but they are not being reimbursed for these expenses. The report adds some adults are forced to rely on their savings, add debt, or delay bill payments to make sure their aging loved ones are taken care of. We'll have your forecast after the break. Plus,
low birth rates could spell trouble for the future health of the economy. I'm Jackie Ibanez with a look at the potential impacts straight ahead.
Here's your local stock market update from Big Fox. Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
Good evening. It was a fairly pleasant day underneath times of some sunshine, and we are getting that earlier sunset as over the weekend we did have daylight saving. So tomorrow morning our sunrise will be at 6:47 and sunset there 4:54. We're hanging on to just about 10 hours of daylight, but we are losing just about 2 minutes per day and continue to lose daylight all the way through December 21st before we gradually start to gain it back. Now, we note that as we head through those darker days, that does mean that we get to some of those cooler temperatures. But we're going to have a little bit of some roller coaster conditions when it comes down to getting to those cooler temperatures, even just this week. What we're noting is that the first triggering system that we have in place is actually bringing us warming through the night. We have a few showers that are being initiated as that warm front lifts in. It's bringing us some gusty southerly winds, but there from midnight through 6 a.m., we actually bring those temperatures into those 50s, and we'll continue to warm through the mid-morning. As what we see is that as that warm front lifts north, the cold front is quickly on its heels. So we only get a few hours of that warmth that might just be able to bring us into those 60s through about mid-morning before that cold front will pass and the cooler air will filter in for our Wednesday. So we'll see that the breeze is going to stay in place, but again, switching, which will bring that cooling throughout the day, as high temperatures could occur as early as about 10 a.m. and then we cool from that point on. We'll get a small break into Wednesday morning before the next system quickly arrives Wednesday night into Thursday, bringing more showers and more cooling. So a really active weather pattern here to take us through this week. So first off, when it comes to that overnight, note that low temperature of 47 degrees is already what's occurring at the moment. We're actually warming at this point from 47 through to 63 degrees, and that's all occurring within those early morning hours where we hit those lower 60s as mentioned by mid-morning. And then as we head into the afternoon, there is some partial clearing, but we actually cool into the afternoon as by sunset temperatures will be dropping into those mid-50s and will continue to cool into Wednesday morning. So topping off at about 63 does still keep us about 10 degrees above normal, but we'll bring the chill in for our Wednesday, where we wake up Wednesday morning near that freezing mark, which is normal for this time of the year, but then we'll hold those high temperatures within those 40s, keeping us slightly below normal, but we'll at least get some sunshine around to start the day. As mentioned, by the afternoon, some showers will start to spread their way back into the area, and the most likely rain showers will be around as we head throughout the day from Thursday morning throughout the day, and that's associated with another warm front that does lift in some mild temperatures into those 50s through Friday, but then again quickly another cold front will slide through, which keeps us with some showers potentially through Saturday morning, and then gives us another round of some of those cooler temperatures, but is expected to at least allow for some sunshine around this weekend.